Yes, Councillor Plews, did you want to come in? Because I know I stopped you earlier when we were talking about the amendment.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, members, if I go back to what I was saying before, I've got a few comments just on the report. Obviously, having attended the pay review panel, and personally, I don't think it was a bit of a waste of time, although I do see what Councillor Walters is saying, that obviously we've not got any sort of conclusion to it, but they've made some recommendations. But what I put forward to the pay review panel, some of the points they seem to agree with, and I just want to reiterate one or two of them, so obviously people who have read the report may know where I'm coming from, Chair. First of all, I started with the basis that we shouldn't be getting any money whatsoever, because I think when you join as a county councillor, you join on the fact of public service. Money really doesn't come into it. I personally haven't taken any expenses for 8 years, that's my choice. But then again, it wouldn't bother me whether I've got an allowance or either way, or whether I've got a payment with scrutiny or whatever it is. Councillor King said a few minutes ago, why would anybody want to join? Well, I'll give him an answer to that. Why would you want to be joined when you slung off and represented your residents? Money never come into it then, does it? So that's an answer to that one. But obviously, I don't agree with expenses. I think they're misused. I think obviously you get £315 a month as a basic member's allowance. I think that's more than enough to be running around in your car. I don't believe that everybody's up to the gills in ward work. I don't believe that either. So that's just a personal viewpoint on that. I don't think that Anti UKIP over £1,000, which I believe that some people wanted to do, has really got anything to do with it. But what it does do, it leads right to, if I can say, Chair, money being linked to a cabinet system and how we work on this council. And I'll sort of give you an example. If you look at 4.5 on page 21, you'll see that obviously the panel are saying, or the people who spoke to, that the allowances are all pitched low for the responsibilities that you carry out. That's fine, but in response to maybe to what Mr. Cross is saying about it being a waste of time, well, it's not a waste of time because they actually agreed with me when I said that money and scrutiny pay is being misconstrued. And the way it's being misconstrued is that people are allowing themselves to be bought off by taking additional jobs when really it's against their political thoughts. For example, I could name 3 people now that stood as independents, that I believe were bought off on the promise of becoming a scrutiny chairman and more money paid to them. And they actually said to me, the panel at that time, that this is a common thing throughout the country, so there's a misuse of money, and I hope that that misuse doesn't go on at the next election to buy people off, because I think that's what happens. So that's something that people may or may not agree with. Again, we're here talking about maybe increases or not. I don't want us to have an increase because, you know, we've just slashed all the staff pay, no Christmas party for the past 5 years, people going out the door disappearing. We've got no right to have any more money. It's as simple as that. Now, the other thing I'd like to say, Chair, as well, if I can, is that obviously there was an indication in this report about maybe paying the deputy leader only getting £1,800. Well, quite honestly, I agree with the fact maybe he ought to get a little bit more for what he does, because obviously there's a lot of work here. But what I would say is, again, within the money and the cabinet system, is that unfortunately, with all due respect to people here, I know they're there, but they can't do the job full time. They're getting a wage here, doing 6 or 7 portfolios each, one or two of them. And yet, obviously, you know, we've got other people here. Alan Walters has made a suggestion that we can, I've got that. Alan Walters has made a suggestion that we can actually split it. And I actually think he's got a good point in that, where we actually bring some more experience in, so you're not struggling with a quorum, and people to actually show up. So there's a lot more to it than this. I think what we need to do with this league, if you don't mind me saying, is get it in front of scrutiny, next year get it all out and about. Mr King said kick it out. I think we should kick it out till the next one. I think we need to get it out on the table now. Let's get it in front of scrutiny, let's go through it and let's actually decide it. Where I'm standing from at the moment, I'm not in favour of this money being manipulated, buying off scrutiny chairs. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Plews.